Too strong. Too strong.
Alright, so there's a skip coming up that avoids having to do a couple of forced encounters. Because the key to the door is right here, and the boss door is similar to that same door right there. You can almost clip through it, it just doesn't, it barely doesn't work. So when you wall run in this game, it increases your speed, but your speed also increases your jumping ability. So when I use a reference point on that wall to do the wall run to run faster, then jump twice, I can just barely make it up here, grab the creeper medallion, and skip having to go all the way around.
The creeper medallion.
Yeah.
Very creepypasta creeper.
This is bad. We're alright, maybe. Oh, 40 damage, that was... Now we're quite a bit of danger, but we should be alright. Let's see if we can get this. Probably gonna miss it. And we're gonna die. Yeah, you can read donations. Need to not get hit in this next room.
We have a $34 donation from Jeannot. Once again, it says...
As you know.
It says, this is the last one as I got my new objective accomplished. $1,000 in donations.
Yeah.
Bible thumb.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much, Jeannot. And it says $34 for Will Be Yelled At as the dog name for Secret of Evermore. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I have to be
nice.
really careful here.
Wow.
Because I need to... Oh my god, they're both going to try and punch me.
This is gonna be crazy.
Oh! I had to get like a frame perfect jump there to avoid that. That was unfortunate. But I had to open the chest because that gives me the items that allows me to negate the ice physics in that room. And without that, I'm going to take hits because it's way too hard to avoid taking damage from those guys without the Earth Dragon Claws. So let's try not to get comboed by that laser dude this time.
Oh man, dude, that was so close.
Oh my god.
Hard
If I had
combo.
like a frame perfect jump there, I would have survived. If only.
If I only accidentally. It's too good.
So we get to do this trick again. Yeah, it's fine. That was actually pretty hard until I found a good reference point for it. So normally I have a pretty good method of getting through this room to avoid that from happening. I don't even know what happened. Yeah, like that.
I think this spike door smacked you. You're off cycle for a bit and that's what happened.
Yeah. Must have just been a little bit slow through that room, and this cycle was just a little bit different. There we go, we're pretty much right back where we were.
Why are you doing that, Rocket Pineapple?
What is Rocket doing?
I'm looking up pictures of Rainbow Dash for you. I feel disgusting. Those are her exact words.
What a good friend. There's no other words for that.
Yeah. Just make sure you share
That
with
guy's
Spud.
gonna hit me.
I was gonna say, don't
No. I have enough health this time. I was just trying to avoid it anyway. Oh, I need to dash. So that guy latches onto you, and the only way to get him off is to dash. And when he's latched onto you, he slows you. So I scrolled past the dash ability on accident because I need to use a different ability to kill those guys. And since I was slowed, the guys punched me in the face. This is the downside of skipping most of the armor. I get the... Is it after this fight? Yeah, I think it's after this boss I get the next piece of armor. So this is one of the more dangerous areas because of it. This is right before I get an armor upgrade, so pretty much everything in here can kill me in just 2 hits. Let's try not to die in that room, that's kind of embarrassing.
Yes.
Wow. What a jerk. He's a bird. He's an insect with wings, he counts as a bird.
I agree.
Where's my mouse? There it is. What? Why didn't that work? There we go. So the only way that works is you have to use mouse movement, which is really annoying. It's also the reason why I don't do Hugo, because the only way to aim effectively with Hugo is to use mouse movement, because the only way to aim with the mouse is if you're using the mouse to move. You can't like use the keyboard to move and aim with the mouse. That just doesn't work. Please stop latching onto me. I hate those bugs so much. That's 40 damage. I can't really be affording to be taken. Alright, we're at half health again. It's totally alright. I'm just gonna boost the moment I go in that room. Probably something I should have been doing sooner. I just took 40 damage again.
How did those all hit you?
I don't know. The hitbox on that one is ridiculously huge. That happens a lot. So you're not really supposed to be able to get over there and come back up that pathway like that before you have the Earth Dragon Claws, but you can kind of fight it. There we go. That should be alright because of the... There we go, we're good now. That took way
Got
too
a
long.
level.
That's probably the more dangerous part in Toll's route, because I still have no boots, which give a pretty good defense bonus, and I have the like level 2 armor from like the first area in the game. So my defense is really low and I take large portions of my health bar from pretty much any enemy. But after this boss, my defense stat is going to go up by quite a bit, because I'm going to pick up, I think, the 3rd best boots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not going to get armor until I get to the top tier of armor, because all of the other armor are just too big of a detour to get. But you can see why this is when I want to come grind, because these guys give a lot of experience and you can go down really quickly while using your Thunder Punch. They're just really dangerous that first trip inside.
Oh.
Did you just say Thunder Punch like Falcon Punch?
Yes, he did.
Okay, ideally I want to get 232 experience with very little experience left over on the bar, because I want to kill this boss and not level up. No, actually that's Unica, that's a lie. I can level up off this boss without being worried about it. Unica's route, you want to be just on the very edge of leveling up after the boss. But Toll can skip that section, so it's not too big of a deal. Can you tell I've been practicing both for the marathon?
What the? What the heck?
That was intended. Yeah. Oh, you're talking to chat. Okay.
No, they have the universe version too.
Oh, version 2.
Oh gosh, Rocket Pineapple.
This is so scary.
Oh,
Look at that. There's
I love the
waves.
blitz ball. It's so
I
good.
love the blitz ball. I love the rainbow dash.
I should probably heal here.
Just put like a bad picture of you on my face and rainbow dash just standing there. Too lewd? What? It's got a bad super rose unit head. It has her eyes crossed out. Oh god.
Is me okay, Meta?
No. Barrett's got a bad. Oh my god.
This boss is unique. You can't really damage him until all of his little flowers are dead, and if they stay alive for too long, then they start healing him. You need to take him down pretty quickly, but the fire attack is his weakness, and the fire spin allows us to guard attacks at the same time, so it's really good. It also, as you can see, takes them down very, very quickly, even when you're a few levels below par. But that's with the boost active. It does significantly less when I don't have the boost active. Why Toll's boost is so amazing. I need to disable the boss. There we go. If you hit the boss in between phases there, it doesn't damage his health bar, but it keeps him from summoning attacks at you. And then the next phase I can boost, which increases my defense by huge amounts, which should be alright. I just need to not do anything stupid. Alright. Alright, we had 15 health. It's 14 more than I needed, right?
Yup.
Yep.
See, when I'm not messing up, a lot of the boss fights will end like that, where I have very, very little health. Like when I'm not playing stupid. Just because that's how you play East Origin. You get really low health, and then you clutch it out.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
We call them damage boost.
Damage boosts.
Yes.
It's not even really damage boosting, it's just face tanking.
I call it damage boost.
Face boosting. I'm gonna boost by sticking my face in front of your sword. It's gonna be amazing.
Yup.
Nah. Toll's boost is the best kind of boost.
Oh man.
Thankfully, we have less of the really long cutscenes about Rhea and Fina at this point. I think there's like one more, and then it's more about the other members of the search party, because Toll is starting to have second thoughts about being evil and stuff. Yeah, you can do donations.
We have a $30 donation from Fibsy. It says, awesome stream, guys. Loving the East speedruns. Respect from Australia. Thank you very much.
What? What?
He heard you burping over the microphone.
I didn't burp.
Yep.
Well, I can swallow.
Why?
I think I should shout a donut.
You should.
Huh?
Voligidican speaks good.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay. I'm officially creeped out with that voice now. Thank you. I am officially creeped out.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. He's gonna jump at me. Can I avoid this hit?
Pretty perfect.
Can I hit this hit? Can I avoid this hit? Okay, we're good.
Oh, okay.
No.
Double frame. Sub frame. Sub frame first.
You were having way too much fun with that.
This door is so inconsistent. I don't understand why this door doesn't behave sometimes. Like, you can go to the same spot, and there we go. That skips a really long forced encounter that's actually extremely dangerous. It's one of the hardest forced encounters in the game. Blood.
Blood pool. Blue Stack Razor.
So this is where the vacuum attack is really useful because it sucks all of these guys together. Also, you can knock the enemies into the lava and they'll take damage from it. It's really useful. It's one of the few games where that works, actually. Like, if there's lava as a hazard and you knock enemies into it, usually in most games they'll just like jump right out and be like, I'm good. I have to kill those guys because, like I mentioned earlier, the dash homes in on nearby enemies. So if they're close to that door, I'm going to dash backwards instead of dashing through it. Oh, thanks. So here's where I get the boots. I think these are the third best, but it makes me a whole lot survivable for this next grinding section. If I didn't have these, I'd die like in 2 hits to the enemies I need to grind off of, which would be really bad. Hmm?
Question from the chat. They're asking, like, how much time does it take for
It depends on how quickly you're going. Like, I read really fast and I skimmed the text the first time through with Soul. It was like 3.5 hours, I think. It was like I was going fast on purpose and skimming. If you're exploring, looking around for all the items, having fun, it really depends on which character you play. Hugo is really, really slow. Unica is a bit faster and a bit more intuitive on how to use. People have fun in different ways.
Yeah, and my own response to that question, East 3, Oath of Felghana, it's estimated for casual about, somewhere around 10 hours of gameplay. So there's an achievement for, that's it, Didn't Smell the Roses, for beating it under 5 hours, so.
I really need strength ups from these guys so that they die faster. Because I need to kill these guys quite a bit, because there is a slight route change, which means I need to get more experience off these guys than before. So I really want to get the max strength stack as soon as possible so they die really quickly. But after this boost I can't boost again because I need to use boost on the boss to possibly get the quick kill. Which never happens, but we're going to go for it because it's the marathon. You'll see I'm gaining levels like crazy because I didn't kill anything, so I'm extremely underleveled. And that's basically how you want to do a lot of the newer East games is you delay as long as you can until you find an easy enemy to kill that gives a high experience amount, and then you catch up on all the levels. Yeah. So normally I would have stopped at this level, but I want one more level because I found a new skip. But doing that skip means you don't have as much opportunity to get experience for one of the upcoming bosses, so I need to make up for it here. And one more kill and I should be fine. But given how quick it is to get the experience here, it's not really that big of a hit having to grind a little bit longer there. If I can carry this strength stack into the boss, it'll be really nice and help me try and get the quick kill, but these guys don't drop strength ups very often. Yeah, it's gonna fall off. They can drop strength ups, it's just kind of rare. Maybe this last guy will drop it. No, okay. I was expecting them to troll me by doing that. So I'm full health, so I'm not even gonna unlock that statue. So this boss is really, really annoying on a casual playthrough because he has this ability he uses when he gets past a certain health amount. He'll summon little tiny mantis dudes, similar to the ones I was grinding off of. And then when you deplete his health bar, they will all jump on him, suicide, and then give him health back depending on how many of them were still alive. But you can see this boss takes a lot of damage with the fire spin. He should be taking more damage than that actually. What's going on? There we go, that's more like it. No, you can kill him before he summons them. If you do that, then since none of them are alive, he doesn't heal at all. But then he summons more. Oh, he's gonna heal for a lot. That sucks. So quick kill, not gained. It's alright, because he's super weak to fire. It's still really fast. So all that grinding wasn't particularly for this boss, it's just after this point there aren't really any easy enemies to grind on anymore. There are a couple enemies I'm going to kill along the way because they die really fast. But they're more targets of opportunity, not something I can really grind on easily. And they give decent experience. So most of the experience I needed for the end of the game I already picked up. So the rest of my levels I'm pretty much picking up from bosses and just a couple kills along the way. But we are going to find the best tier of armor in this next section as well. And then once we have that best tier of armor and we get the Goddess Ring from fighting Hugo the second time, the final boss is going to do single-digit damage to us because the Goddess Ring gives +5 defense. But trying to get to that fight without the top tier armor is just so ridiculously hard. Everything hits you for so much damage. You have to play all like the 3 boss fights leading up to that point super safe. It just wastes tons of time. Also, the armor isn't really that far out of the way, so you can pick it up pretty easily. This is where Toll decides he doesn't want to be evil anymore. That black floating thing next to Rhea is a gigantic MacGuffin, by the way.
There's a what?
It's a gigantic MacGuffin. It's the Black Pearl. It's the source of all magic and the source of the demonic essence. Basically, the entire plotline revolves around it. Because in East, the Shrine of Solomon, which is where these guys are from, went up into the sky to avoid the demons. Because a huge amount of demons were invading the surface of the planet they were living on. So they wrenched their city out of the ground with magic and made it float amongst the clouds to escape the demons. But when the goddesses, quote-unquote goddesses, realized that The Black Pearl, which was giving them the magic, was the same thing that was causing the demons to come. They took the Black Pearl from the shrine and came down to the planet to try and seal the demonic essence back inside of it. But they didn't tell anyone. So then the goddesses and the Black Pearl go missing, and this whole search party comes down trying to look for them. And that's basically the setup for the storyline. Also, Hugo is Toll's brother, and he's totally like accepted the demonic element now. He's like all badass because he has extra eyes of fact and shooting us with fire lasers. I don't know if you were paying attention, but he just shot us with like 6 fire lasers in succession. They're lasers made out of fire.
Yep. You look very awake though too.
I'm so awake right now. I totally got like 5.5 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah.
That's for you.
Says in honor of Sig and Rail to
Reppin' Skittle Horse.
Skittle Horse. Skittle Horse.
Who posted that?
2-bit? I saw that. That actually looks really comfy. Nappy
That's
dash
amazing.
time sounds legit.
That's actually amazing.
Skittle Horse is actually amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing at, is Skittle Horse.
Skittle Horse.
I'm gonna unlock this, maybe? Get my mana back? Normally I would do that, just get my mana back so I can keep dashing, but sometimes you like run up to it and the next and it's just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. I am an idiot, I do that every time. These guys don't die unless you hook up the silver chimes. I don't know why this computer bugs out the blades on those things. Look, it's like completely black instead of white. Have you ever seen that before, Keith?
Yep.
You have?
Yep.
Is that like a driver issue or something?
I don't know.
You're so awake, Keith. Oh, I got confused. Cool. So confusion reverses your controls in this game. It's the coolest thing ever. Because then it wears off and you immediately start running in the opposite direction like that.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
You just did that, didn't you? Just making sure. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. It's not exactly copy pasted, but it's
Yeah, it's in a different order.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that too.
Keep in mind that most of the sound from this game is based on sounds from the older games. Like most of the soundtracks are remixed or redone versions from older tracks.
yep.
Yeah. These guys are really annoying to kill with Toll. Because
I'm
they're
not
weak
sure
to
if you
Thunder,
know.
but with Unica, Thunder is her move that guards, so it's really easy to kill them. But with Toll, having to use the Thunder Punch means you get really close to the blades and can take a lot of damage, so I have to play that really safe like that. Alright, so the new skip is coming up. I'm not sure if I showed this to Key, I think I did.
You did.
This is one of those instances where like, why didn't anybody try to clip through this door before?
I think someone gave it just a few attempts and he's like, nah, I tried.
Yeah, probably, but I found it like on my 3rd attempt. It was a really easy setup, so I don't know. Please die, thank you. I'm going along this way because I want to pick up the best armor. Normally you'd have to fight guys to unlock that chest to get the key. But you can see the change in that grinding there